In this video, I'm talking about tuning headphones for gaming. This is a topic that actually I was interested in because when it comes to music, you know, there are different characteristics to certain genres of music. So one person can decide, all right, these headphones can be very good, for example, to listen to, let's say, pop. The other one for rap, and the other one maybe to listen to classic music. There aren't like headphones like one thing that fits everything, because they are tuned specifically in certain ways that might complement a certain music genre than others. Now, as a gamer, I'm more looking forward to buy headphones that will be best for gaming, and by say gaming, I mean playing various type of games. But even with gaming, you have this type of genres, titles. Like, for example, if you search for headphones that are good for competitive games, detecting headphones have better accuracy when it comes to detecting sounds coming from different locations, what is called imaging. Or maybe if you are playing in many open world single player games, you want this ambient feeling to be more accurate, beautiful, and airy. There are some headphones that will give you just that. So even with gaming, there isn't like, of course, something that one fits all. Actually, in gaming, it can be even worse. There's so many things happen in gaming. It can be a combination of various sound effects that happen even at the same time, music playing in the background, character voices talking. Again, with gaming, it can be very complicated. Now, in this video, we also talk more specific about the Sennheiser HD550, which I already have close to a month. I tested it out in many type of games, even VR games. But lately I'm playing more games that I told myself I can miss the experience by not having better headphones. Two of these games, by the way, first is, it's not the first that I actually use the headphones, is Death Stranding 2 for moments like these. Seriously, that's so beautiful. I live for these moments in video games. This is a combination of ambient sound, music, and like just great atmosphere.
Nice and easy.
But also for moments like this. Wow, and the other one, which is, I think, is even more impressive, and actually the one that led me buy the HD550 Sennheiser headphone, is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This game is just one of the best soundtracks ever made for any game. The music is amazing, combines so well with everything, the visual and the sound effects. It's just perfection.
I'm sorry.
And we can't forget the one in Goblin boss fight. Yo, we meet again. Wow, the music is insane. Nice. So I remember the first time you actually smashed me. Do you know how to evade it? Guardian. This. And there is another game, Bloodborne, that we played part of it in order to experience it with new headphones. And it was different. Wow, it's stunning. Now, I didn't know what I was missing until I got something better, basically. Although even before that, I got something that was better than I had before. But it was, I think, basically moving to the Sennheiser HD550, this was probably the biggest delta in terms of jump that I felt in quality of sound. Now, there isn't something like perfect headphone because it involves with often competing requirements. Especially if you're searching for gaming headphones, when you want certain features, but you don't want to compromise, for example, on audio quality. And even then, some headphones will be better for certain games than others. For example, those who are searching for headphones that are very good in competitive games, they want to hear the footsteps, don't really care about, for example, the bass extension or certain, bass being more prominent. They more care about the mid and high performance than the bass. The most important thing for them is situational awareness and exact location of enemies located in the 3D space. But if you play games like Delta Force, Battlefield, you want to hear these explosions or you want to feel these explosions. You want more fun and immersive sound. Now, when I talk about fatigue audio, it refers to sound that causes mental and physical exhaustion for prolonged listening, often due to harsh frequencies, excessive loudness, lack of dynamic range, or poor audio quality. And this is something that I definitely experienced with quite a few headphones that I tried. When it comes to bass, also the same thing. Either there was a lack of, or for example, let's alone sub bass, for example, which was almost non-existent in so many headphones that I tried. And this led to a lack of immersion and missing of impactful cues. So I wanted punchy but controlled bass and also good extension without the muddiness. When it comes to mid-range, I also had so many issues with other headphones where the mid was kind of obscured. And therefore I miss critical audio cues like dialogue, footsteps sometimes when I play competitive games. But also sometimes it sounds like so many of the sound effects have kind of mixed together in the mid-range. I didn't have good separation, nor actually I felt that I hear all the sound in a tone that I actually like. Sometimes it was so brought to the front that it was just so overwhelming, which is also cause fatiguing. Now, although the Sennheiser 550 isn't marketed as a gaming headphone, they do mention gaming there. And I think that they basically market it as a compelling new choice to audiophile and gamers seeking the next level capability. And this is a notable shift, as the company promises superb lag-free spatial awareness and immersion for both competitive and casual sessions. Now, the HD550 is presented as a gateway to audiophile sound that also offer neutral and balanced listening for gamers. But they also added bass extension that makes it very good for those who really like playing and hear these explosions, like in games like Battlefield, and I mentioned Delta Force, for example, which I'm playing now. And again, you can actually hear the sub bass, unlike some other headphone there where you can see that the frequency is mentioned in the specs. You can't really hear it when you actually use the headphones. Now, just so you know, this is not a huge bass, right? It's kind of, again, still it's open back, but it's definitely noticeable. And without the overwhelming thumping bass to rattle your bones, it's still kept relatively tamed. So it is controlled yet impactful bass, which is ideal for gaming. And the result that is provide immersive depth for explosions and environmental effects without introducing muddiness that cloud and obscure other critical sound. It's described as having a deeper, more tactile shape compared to the HD560S tighter bass. It has a very sweet quality sound with excellent clarity, and therefore it balances itself incredibly well for in-game sound effects. Now, definitely not the best headphones for music or certain music genre, definitely I heard better. But the thing is that it's great, again, when you listen to music while actually other, for example, sound effects happening in the background. It happens, of course, a lot in video games. And this is because it's a bit forward But again, it's not jarring. It was jarring for me at first because I'm moving from very muddy headphones, but once I get used to it, I didn't notice it. But these type of mids are great for clear dialogue, distinct, for example, weapon reloads, the precise location of enemies. It does take a bit from the airiness, I would say, but again, you can have something that is perfect for everything. The treble is just perfect, super detailed without being fatiguing at all. So how can you make it so it actually fit well for all different type of games? And this is one of the significant advantage of the HD550 is its remarkable adaptability to EQ changes, allowing you to fine-tune the sound profile to specific preferences and the demand of different games. And many users, by the way, I read it, and I also can tell you myself, based on my experience, that it responds exceptionally well to EQ changes and allowing for easy fine-tuning for specific games without introducing undesirable tonal coloration. Or sometimes in certain situations where you try to EQ, it kind of muffle the sound, just everything just kind of seems like it's mixed together and you start losing details. This is why many see the HD550 as a refined evolution of the 560S that gamers love so much. It offers better bass extension than the HD6 series and less upper mid-range glare than the HD505. And overall, it features a more engaging and balanced sound compared to the 560S. So it's like Sennheiser work on these headphones all across the board to be really great for so many things. But you probably think, alright, it's maybe because of that it won't actually be great for gaming. But the good news that it's exceptional for gaming. And also good for music listening. Which is also important for gaming because you have lots of games that have really great music and you want to enjoy it as part of the gameplay. But again, speaking just on audio quality, right? Because we're not talking about gaming features like having a dial for mixing chat audio and in-game sound, or having a option to have a built-in microphone. These headphones don't have it. But sound quality-wise, you get something that is just exceptionally done. And this is by far, based on my experience, one of the best headphones available for gaming right now in terms of audio quality. Thanks for watching.